Good afternoon to all of you. Is my voice audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
It's 5 minutes late, so please join fast so that we will start our lecture. Tell your friends to join fast if they have not joined yet. We'll wait for 2 more minutes and we'll start our lecture. Tell your friends to join fast if they have not joined yet. From today, we will start with our actual syllabus. In the last lecture, we have discussed about the structure of this course and syllabus of this course. So we will be studying 5 units in this course. And we also have discussed about the importance of English language. We have discussed about what are the trends, then why is it necessary, the power of English language. So we have discussed it in well. Okay, so from today we'll discuss about, or we'll be continue with our actual syllabus. "28 students have participated. Total strength is 44. So very less strength, I think. Only 28 students have joined this lecture. After first half an hour, I will not allow anyone to continue in this lecture if he is coming late or he is joining late. So tell your friends to join fast. After half hour, I won't allow anyone to join this lecture. It is almost 11 minutes past 1. Okay, so we'll start our lecture. I will share you my screen. Okay. Is this screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll start our lecture. So first of all, what is spoken English, or what is speaking English? So English as a language is a language of communication. So when it is used in the oral form, then it is called as a spoken form or spoken English. So spoken English is very important in our day-to-day life, as well as in getting a good job or good salaried job. So we'll have some knowledge of spoken English so that we will have a better career life. Okay, so The next is the four aspects of language. Then what are the four aspects of language? There are four aspects of language. The first aspect is listening. The second is speaking. Third is reading, and the fourth one is writing. So these are the four aspects of a language which we use in a day-to-day life or in our career purpose for uh, getting communicated with other. Okay, so in these four aspects, the very first and very important aspect is the speaking. Okay, so we speak in the forms of, or we speak by creating sounds and letters. So what are the sounds? Uh, sounds are the uh, utterances that come out of our mouth when we start speaking. Okay, and letters are the letters are the alphabets. Okay, letters are called as alphabets, and they are A, B, C, D, and further. So these are the sounds and the letters. We use or we create sounds to speak with some other person or the listener in front of us who is listening our speech or who is listening to us. By creating sounds and letters, we speak with that person. Then next is words and phrases. So what are the words? Words are the combining of the alphabets or letters or sounds in a meaningful manner. Okay, so if we want to create a word cat, then we have to use C, A, and T, these three alphabets. Okay, and by adding or by combination, meaningful combination of these, we create words. Okay, so then examples of words are, what are the examples? Cat, ball, pen, write, sing, door, bench, blackboard, chalk. So these are the examples. Okay, so these are the examples of the words. Then what are the examples of phrases, and what is the phrase? Phrase is nothing but meaningful combination of words. Okay, when words are used in a meaningful manner, then it creates phrases. Then what are the examples of phrases? Instead of, in front of. Okay, these are the examples of the phrases. Is it getting? समझते का है? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then the next is sentence. Then what is the sentence? Sentence is made up of words and phrases. Okay, when many words or phrases when come together or when add together or mix together, then it creates sentence. Okay, so how sentence is created? It is created by its parts. Okay, so sentence is made up of parts. And what are these parts? These parts are, first is subject plus verb plus object plus other part, or we can say it as a complementary part. Okay, so this is how the sentence is made up. Okay, so and after that, paragraph and speech. When many sentences or say limited sentences when came close or when they are right in a meaningful manner in a paragraph, then it is called as paragraph. we always have a habit to write in parts of the paragraphs. When we start to write, or when we start, or when we want to write any letter or any article that we want to show to someone, then we start writing in terms of its paragraph. Okay, we add a 9 to 10 sentence in a paragraph, then we change paragraph. Okay, so this is what paragraph. Then speech or essay or story is the bunch of paragraphs, or is the when paragraphs, many paragraphs are write in a meaningful way or in a meaningful manner on pages of a paper, then it is called as essay or story or speech. Essay maybe it may be short or it may be vast. So story is also, it may be short or it may be long. And speech is always long speech. We used to write very long speeches. So that is why this is the difference between sounds and letters, words, phrases, sentence, paragraphs, and speech. Okay, so coming to the next slide, then the second aspect of the language is speaking. And how we speak, we generally speak with words and phrases. Okay, so word, coming towards the definition of word, word is a meaningful arrangement of letters in a language. Okay, so when we arrange letters meaningful, uh, when we arrange letters in a meaningful manner, then it is called as a word. Okay, or when we write alphabets in a meaningful manner or meaningful arrangement, then it is called as a word. The next is phrase. Phrase is a meaningful arrangement of words in a language. So we have discussed these two definitions in the first slide. Okay, so moving towards next slide.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the then third aspect, we were talking about the aspect, and which aspect we have discussed yet? Speaking. Okay, so speaking is the most important aspect in the language. Generally, what in our education system or in our Indian education system, our teacher or our mentor tells us to start your language study with writing alphabets. Okay, so but it is not as useful to learn English or to learn language like English. We know that our mother tongue, we always uh, love our mother tongue, or we are fond of our mother tongue. Okay, so our mother tongue, speaking about Maharashtra, if we are Maharashtrian, we have Marathi as our mother tongue. But how we learn Marathi? We learn Marathi by speaking first. Okay, we start speaking Marathi, or we first do, we observe our uh, parents or our uh, people around ours. Okay, people around us, we observe them and we start imitating them. So first aspect, speaking English is the most important aspect, but before speaking there comes listening. So how a child or a baby starts speaking, it observes the people around him, or it imitates, or what we can say in Marathi, ते काय करतं, तर ते नक्कल करतं किंवा ते कॉपी करायला बघतं. अशा पद्धतीनं ते शिकतं. तर वेन बेबी want to start is speaking, then it first what observes his parents, then it imitates its parents, and after that he starts or it starts speaking in a language. So it is, this is about the Marathi language. So but uh, speaking English is somewhat different. We know that Marathi is our mother tongue, or if someone is from outside Maharashtra state, uh, he or she may have another or another his uh, different mother tongue. So uh, Marathi we speak with imitating our parents. We first listen to our parents. We first listen to our mother, and then we start imitating. A baby starts imitating his parents. But we when we upgrade, or when we come in the next standard, or when we become 5 years old or more than 5 years old, our parents, what they do, they start our school, they send us to school, and they uh, tell us to study there. Okay, so our teacher, he, what he does, so he or she, our teacher, he tells us to write first alphabets, and then he practice writing more than speaking, and that is why we have our English communication little bit weaker. Okay, but and that is why we are somewhat poor in our speaking English. Okay, so speaking is the most important aspect. Okay, so meaningful, then we were at speaking, sentence structure, we were at sentence structure. So how sentence is made up of? It is made up of its parts. Okay, so as our body is also made up of parts, there is sentence which is also made up of its parts. Okay, so what parts our body has? Our body has hands, our body has legs, eyes, head, hairs, hair, eyes, ears, lips, nose. Okay, so these are the parts of our body. In same manner, a sentence also has its parts, which when join, or which when come in a meaningful manner, or in a well manner, then it creates a sentence. So sentence is made up of its structure. And what is its structure? It has subject plus verb plus object plus other part, or complementary part. We can say it as a complementary part. So meaningful arrangement of words in a language is called sentence. So what are the parts of sentence? Subject plus verb plus object plus complement. So this is about the sentence structure. So then how sentence is made up of? It is made up of its parts. So that is why it is called as a parts of speech. Okay, whatever speech we are going to have, or whatever speech we uh, speak through our mouth, it is made up of its parts. And there are, how many parts of speech are there? There are 8 parts of speech. Okay, so these are the very important part of any language. Okay, these parts of speech are very important and integral part of any language. So how many parts of speech are there? there are 8 parts of speech. Okay, these are, first is what? Noun. Second is pronoun. Third is verb. Fourth is adverb. Fifth is adjective. Sixth is preposition. Seventh is conjunction. And eighth is interjection. So these are the 8 parts of speech that we need, or we have necessary to create or to form a sentence. So let's move towards the first part of speech, and it is noun. Okay, so what is noun? Can anybody tell me what is noun? See, we are revising our very basic knowledge. Okay, so noun, pronoun, or parts of speech is very basic topic that we are having, or we are discussing about. So what is noun? Noun is a name given to a person, place, or thing. Okay, so noun is a name given to a person, place, or thing, or we can say that feeling. Oh, okay, so we can name our feeling also. Okay, and it is called as a noun. So what are the examples? Examples are Ramesh, temple, table, Taj Mahal, bench, chair, then courage, bravery. Okay, these are the nouns. And how many types of nouns are there? There are 5 types of nouns. Okay, so there are 5 types of nouns over there, and these are, first is proper noun, second is common noun, third is material noun, fourth is abstract noun, and fifth is collective noun. Okay, so these are the types of noun. So what is the proper noun? Proper noun is a name given specifically to a person, place, or thing. Okay, so proper noun is a specific noun of a person, place, or a thing. And what are its examples? The examples of proper noun are name of a person, Ramesh, Sunil, Ritik, Madhuri. These are the names of the person. Then what are the names of places? There are many places in our India: Mumbai, Pune, Jaipur, Allahabad. Okay, these are the name of the places, and they are known by proper noun. Okay, then names of things. Things are the objects that we use or we can see by our open eyes. Okay, so fan, bench, blackboard, these are the things and names of the things. The next is what? Common noun. Common noun is a name given to a any general thing or any general person. Okay, so common noun is a name used to address things generally, is called as a common noun. Common noun is what? A name given to a any common thing, any common person, or any type of species, or any type of object. It is known as a common noun. So what are its examples? common nouns. Examples are table, chair, car, pen, city. It is not a proper noun. It is general. We can see or we can speak when we want to speak generally, then it comes under the common noun. Okay, so table, chair, car, pen, city, etc. are the common nouns. The next is the material noun. So its definition is the name given to material is called material noun. So it is the name of any type of material. And what are its examples? Water, petrol, rice, wheat, sugar, etc. etc. are the material nouns because these are the names of the materials. Okay. Then next type of noun is abstract noun. So what is the abstract noun? It is the name given to things which we do not witness physically. The things that we do not or we can't see with our eyes. Okay, these are called as abstract nouns. Okay, and what are its examples? Examples are kindness, happiness, poverty, anger. Can we measure these nouns with any type of measurement? How many kilos of kindness or how many gallons of happiness? Can we weigh it or can we measure it? No. That is why these are called as abstract nouns. The next is collective noun. Then from its name itself, we can say that it indicates the group. Okay, when we indicate towards any group, then it is called as collective noun. And what are its examples? Its examples are committee, bunch, mob, people, army, team, fleet, bunch. These are the name collective nouns. Okay. So these are the 5 types of nouns. Okay, so in material noun there are 2 subtypes. Okay, and what are these subtypes? These are countable or count nouns, and second is uncountable or uncountable nouns. Then what are the countable nouns? The name given to things which we can count in terms of cardinal numbers or in the form of numericals, we can count them, then they are called as countable or count nouns. Okay, so what are these cardinal numbers? 1 2 3 4, first, second, third, fourth. These are called as cardinal numbers or numerical numbers. Okay, what are the examples of countable nouns? The things or objects or anything that we can measure, then it is called as countable or count nouns. Okay, so what are its examples? Persons, person, or people, pen, pencil, chalk, table, chair. These we can count in terms of numericals. Okay, that is why these are called as countable nouns. The next is uncountable nouns or uncount nouns. What are the uncountable nouns or what is the definition of uncountable nouns? These nouns are the name of things which we cannot count in terms of cardinal numbers. Okay, the names or things that we cannot count in terms of cardinal numbers or numerical numbers, then they are called as uncountable nouns or uncount nouns. And what are its examples? The things that we can't measure, we call them as a uncountable nouns. And examples are sugar, oil, wheat, rice, petrol, milk, kindness, happiness, fear, that we can't measure in terms of numericals. Okay, can we measure sugar with 1 sugar, 2 sugar, 3 sugar? Can we? No. Or can we measure oil with 1 oil, 2 oil? No. That is why it is called as uncountable nouns. Okay, so in this first session we have discussed about types of nouns, and these are 7 types. Okay, total 5 subtypes, but material nouns has 2 more subtypes. Okay, so first is proper noun, and examples are Ramesh, Pune, Sham, Ram, etc. are the proper nouns. Then common nouns: table, chair, car, pen, pencil, bike. These are called as common nouns. Material nouns: water, petrol, rice, wheat, sugar, etc. are called as material nouns. And abstract nouns, these are the nouns or name given to the feelings. Okay, so and examples are kindness, happiness, fun, anger, wrath, etc. Okay, then in collective noun, which example comes under collective noun? Committee, board, flock, people, army, team, fleet, bunch, etc. are the examples of collective nouns. And next is countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Okay, so countable nouns we can measure in terms of numericals or cardinal numbers by 1, 2, 3. Okay, and uncountable nouns are the nouns which we can't measure in terms of 1, 2, 3 or numericals or cardinal numbers. Examples are any type of material which we can't measure in terms of 1, 2, 3 or numericals. Okay, water, petrol, oil, milk, rice, wheat, we can't measure by 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here is one exercise for you people. You have to observe these pictures and have to answer to them. Okay, identify the noun from the option given below. So first picture is of, okay, this is circular picture. It has 2 hands and there are numbers inscribed on it. So this is called as a clock. Okay, wall clock. Then the next picture, second picture, is of a teacher. Okay, she has book in her hand. In her behind there is a blackboard, chalk, and on the table there is a globe and one book. Okay, so this is the picture of teacher. The next is, it is an animal which has one horn on its nose. This animal we can find it in India and African countries like South Africa, Kenya. So this is the picture of rhinoceros. Okay, coming towards next slide, identify the noun from the option below. First is the picture of pen. Second is the picture of, there is a train, so it is a railway station. And third is the picture of park. Okay, so here is one exercise for you. Identify the types of nouns of underlined word from the sentence below. So first example we see, he came to the store early in the morning. So what type of noun is this? Is this a common noun or proper noun or collective noun?
Common noun.
Yes, this is a common noun because they haven't mentioned any type of store. They haven't mentioned its name or its place or its brand. Okay, so it is a common noun. The next is the committee gathered in the hall. So here committee is the underlined word. What is its type?
Collective noun.
Yes, this is the collective noun. Then third is we went to Pune. Pune is
Proper noun.
proper noun. Yes, very good. Then next exercise, fourth sentence is he brought sugar from the market. Then what type of noun is this? Sugar,
Material noun.
material noun. Fifth sentence is she read only one book last week. So book is the
Common noun.
common noun. Okay. The team came to the ground to play a match on Sunday. Here are four underlined words in this sentences. In this sentence. Okay. So what is the first type?
Collective noun.
Collective noun. Team is collective noun. Ground,
Common noun.
common noun. Match, common noun. And
Common.
Sunday, Sunday
Proper
is
noun.
proper noun because it is a specific day. Okay. Or it is a proper day. That is why it is called as a proper noun. So here is some exercise. Give name to the picture below. They have given name also. So first, this is the picture of globe that we use to study our subject like geography or environment. Okay. And the next picture is of a city. There is a road, polished road, and there are some trees around it path. Okay. Then next, divide the following nouns into countable and uncountable nouns. Make two separate columns. Also state whether it is proper, common, material, abstract, or collective noun. One example is solved for you. For example, pen and acid. So here pen is countable noun because we can count it. Okay, but acid we can't count it in the
Uncountable.
we can't count it in a numerical or cardinal number. That is why it is uncountable noun. So this is the exercise. Okay. Yes. The next part of speech is the second part of speech, which is very important. It is pronoun. Okay. So what is the definition? It is the word used in place of noun. Okay. So pronoun is a word used instead of noun or in place of noun. Okay. To avoid the repetition of noun. Okay. If we want to speak about a person, Ramesh wakes up early in the morning. Ramesh uh, took bath. Then Ramesh eats his breakfast. So it will repeat its name. Okay. So that is why it will become a boring job. Okay. And that is why to avoid the repetition of noun, we use pronoun instead of noun. And that is why its work is to work as a replacement or instead, yes, replacement of a noun. So what are its examples? I, we, you, he, she, it, they, this, that, these, those. These are the pronouns. Then pronouns also has its types. Okay, so there are many types of pronouns. And sorry, first type of pronoun is personal pronoun. Okay, so personal pronouns are used for persons, that is first person or second person or third person. Okay, so here there is one example: Ram went to market. Okay, and Ram brought fruits. To avoid the repetition of his name Ram, we use he as its proper pronoun. Okay, so that is why uh, here he is a pronoun used instead of noun or Ram. Okay, so Ram went to market, he brought fruits. Then so here is the next slide is the list of personal pronoun. Okay, so there are some personal pronouns and its list is given here. Okay, so there are three types of persons. Okay, that is first person, second person, and third person. In the first person there comes I and we. These are first person pronouns. The second person pronouns are you, you. When we speak to someone in front of us, we use you, and that is why it is called as second person. And third person is when we are talking about or we are speaking about the person which is not present in front of you or which is away from you, and that is why we use he or she or it or they. Okay, so this is the difference between first person, second person, and third person pronoun. Then first person pronoun has singular and plural, and second person also has singular and plural, but third person also has singular and plural. Okay, so what is the singular first person singular pronoun? It is I. And first person plural pronoun is we. Then second person singular is you, and second person plural is you. Then third person singular is he, she, or it. And third person plural is when we are talking about a group which is not in present or not present in front of you. There is group of people which is away from you, then we call it as they. Okay, so in subjective case we use I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. Then what we use in objective case? When we make a active sentence into passive sentence, we use subjective case and objective case. Okay, we use subjective case and objective case in terms in conversion or in conversion of active to passive. Okay, so in subjective case, I, we, you, he, she, it, they. These are the pronouns. Then what are the pronouns that we use in objective case instead of or for I, we, you, he, she, it, they? We use me for I, us for we. We use me for I, us for we, you for you for you remains as it is, and him for he, her for she, and it for it. And when we use them for they. So subjective to objective conversion is I becomes me, we becomes us, You remains as it is. He becomes him. She becomes her. It becomes it, and they becomes them. So this is what objective case. And in possessive case, we use my or mine for me, or my or mine for I, and we become our or ours. You becomes your, you becomes yours, you singular you becomes your, singular plural you becomes yours. Okay, he becomes his, she becomes her or hers, it becomes it or its, and they becomes their or theirs. Okay, so this is the conversion that we use while doing active to passive, or while using possessive case of a pronoun. Okay, so it's almost 1:53. I will write your roll numbers. Till time you will have to do one thing. You will have to note down this chart. It is useful for your speaking knowledge or English knowledge. So please write down this chart. I will mark your roll numbers. So total 28 students are present in this lecture. Including me, there are 29. Okay. 29 students. Okay, 28. So we were at pronouns. Okay. So pronoun is a word which used instead of noun or which used in place of noun. Okay. So we have also discussed about this chart. Subjective case, objective case and possessive case. Okay. So आयची सब्जेक्टिव्ह केस काय आयची ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह केस काय येईल मी येईल आणि पॉझिटिव्ह केस काय येईल माय ऑर माइन वीची अस आणि पॉझिटिव्ह केस अवर और अवर्स यूची काय येईल यू बिकम्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह केस यू ॲज इट इज यू विल रिमेन ॲज इट इज and plural you also remain as it is, but when in case of possessive case it becomes your or yours. When we use your, when there is a single person in front of us, when we want to talk to him we use your. Okay, but there are more than one person or there are more than two people, then we use yours. Okay, so this is the difference. Then third person singular, he will become him an objective case, and possessive case, in case of possessive case it will become his, she will become her, and in possessive case her or hers, it will remain as it is in objective case, but in possessive case it will become it or its. And third person plural, they will become them in objective case, and while doing its possessive it becomes their or theirs. So this is a chart. Okay, so it's almost 2, so we'll stop here. Okay, for today we will start or we'll discuss its subtypes or how many types of pronoun are there, we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, so we will stop here. Thank you for joining this lecture. Okay, so you can switch to your another lecture. Okay. I have marked your attendance. So there are 28 students which are present out of 44. So okay, you can leave this meeting and join your next lecture. Okay.